Are you a loyal friend to the very end? Welcome to the Daily Devo. I am Vince Miller. This week we have been in 1 Samuel chapter 20. I've titled this chapter, Friendship and Loyalty in Adversity. And in yesterday's devotional, Jonathan worked on the plan that they agreed to, and now he has to come back and communicate the bad news to David. And here's how all this plays out in verses 35 through 42, all the way to the end of the chapter. In the morning, Jonathan went out into the field to the appointment with David, and with him a little boy. So he's got some kind of young servant boy with him because he's wealthy and in the king's house. And he said to his boy, "Run and find the arrows that I shoot." And the boy ran, and he shot an arrow beyond him. And when the boy came to the place of the arrow that Jonathan had shot, Jonathan called out after the boy and said, "Is not the arrow beyond you?" And Jonathan called after the boy, "Hurry, be quick, do not stay," because he doesn't want him to find David. So Jonathan's boy gathered up the arrows and came to his master, but the boy knew nothing. Only Jonathan and David knew the matter, and Jonathan gave his weapon to his boy and said to him, "Go and carry them back into the city." And as soon as the boy had gone, David rose from beside the stone heap where he had been hiding and fell on his face to the ground and bowed 3 times. And they kissed one another and wept with one another, David weeping the most. Then Jonathan said to David, "Go in peace, because we have sworn, both of us, in the name of the Lord, saying, 'The Lord shall be between me and you, and between my offspring and your offspring forever.' And he," that is David, "rose and departed, and Jonathan went back into the city." Now, this is a really sad ending to this relationship, but I assume that although David and Jonathan had made this incredible vow and this commitment to communicate what was going to be the outcome from King Saul, David is still cautious. Because if Jonathan signals that the coast is clear, David would naturally be a little suspicious that King Saul is up to something using Jonathan as a pawn. But that's not the case. The signal Jonathan sends is that David needs to run. So from this point forward, David would be on the run for the next 12 to 15 years of his life. But notice the affection between these two men. This is affectionate, but not sexual, and it's relatively normal for this time and in this culture. I have visited many other cultures like this time and this place where it's not unusual for men to hold hands while strolling down the street, or to kiss on the cheeks, not on the lips, on the cheeks, during a greeting or departure. But don't be distracted by this cultural nuance that might be a little unusual for us in North America, and then miss the beauty of the heartfelt emotion and appreciation these two men genuinely have for each other. They are heartbroken. They are heartbroken because at this moment, they are really a great duo. David and Jonathan are an epic duo of the Old Testament. And if Saul, their father and father-in-law, had not come between them, they would have built a powerful Old Testament duo and legacy. But now they know that given the circumstances, this is never going to be possible. And it's heartbreaking for them. It's heartbreaking. It's a death blow to their souls because they know that this is going to be the last time that they will ever interact like this for the rest of their lives. The only thing they have is a covenant vows that they have made between their houses forever. That's it. You know, reading this epilogue today in this chapter really reminded me to cherish and invest in the relationships that God has given me while I still have them. And guess what? You should do the same. God has given you relationships that are present to you only for a season of life. During these times, you should invest in them. You should pour your soul into them, learn from them, make covenants together, and enjoy them. Because guess what? There will be a day when they will end. So make sure to make the most of them and be a loyal friend while you still have the time. I love you, brothers. I love you so much. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else. And I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.